your girl? Well done, ese. Those tuner kids think you can drive okay. They invited you to take part in the Unbeatable Street Racers private club competition. All you gotta do is turn up in a tuner and keep impressing the kids. I know, why bother? But apart from all the feria you're gonna be lifting off these fools, those vatos got some firme skills. Maybe they can teach you something. Anyway, do what you like. I'm just giving you some advice.
And that right there, guys, is the cutscene basically explaining what we unlocked in the last episode as far as club races go. Club races, there are different classes of cars in this game. There are, let me think. There are tuners, which a Mitsubishi Eclipse falls under. There are muscle cars, which are kind of the older vintage cars from the 50s. In fact, I think there's even a car from the 40s, all the way on to like the mid 80s. There are sport bikes. There are choppers. There are trying to think. What else is there? There are exotic cars, and there are sport bikes, and then there is the SUV. Oh, and luxury sedans. They are all different clubs. If I go to my map here, you can see these little gold stars. There are also gray stars that you will see, but those are only for clubs that you cannot access with the car you're in. But we can access these because we are driving an Eclipse at the moment. Unbeatable Straight Racers tuners only. There are a decent number of club races per city for each club. These are probably the most time-consuming part of Midnight Club 3. These club races, there are about 15 per club in the entire game. 15 races, and they are damn challenging. But if you finish them through all 3 cities that you will have in career mode, you get an unlockable car at the end that is usually really, really good. So, oops. I'm going to be holding off for the club races until much later time. I'm probably not going to do any of the club races in San Diego until after we've done everything else in this city that is required of us. But as far as what we're going to be doing right now, this right here is something else we unlocked for beating Vanessa. City Tournament. The prize for this one is $5,000 and an IS300, which I believe is a Lexus. Club tournaments, or not club tournaments, just any type of tournament, it basically goes in a tournament format. Basically, it's a point system. You accumulate your points throughout the tournament with each race you win. And it's basically whoever has the most points at the very end wins the entire thing. But that's basically how this one goes. And if you restart, you can't restart the race. You have to restart the entire tournament if you wish to restart, or if you lose. That's the one challenging thing about it. And now we are also being introduced to a new race type. These are autocross races. Autocross races and also track races take place on the street, but they have barriers set up and no traffic. That's basically how they go. A track race is basically you will race against other opponents on the track, but an autocross, you will race on the track in kind of a time trial format, and you will try to get the fastest possible lap, faster than what the target time is. Oh shoot, and I'm already having a bad start. You get 3 laps to beat the target time, and if you do it, if you beat it even once, the race is over and you win. You win that event and you go on to the next race. That's basically how it goes. I'm 1.5 seconds behind the target time. First lap is always the hardest to get it on because you don't start out going at full speed. But if you can get it on the first lap, good for you. You're done. That's awesome. I don't think I'm gonna do that here, but it would be very nice. But however, you still are susceptible to damage from crashing into walls. As you can see, I've taken a fair amount of damage, which sucks, because then you can lose your drastic time on the lap. So I didn't do it on the first lap, but the second lap, hopefully I should do a lot better. I was 2 seconds behind it. That's kind of weak. And I keep crashing into the walls, man. It's really hard to control your cars in this game, though. It's not easy at all. A lot of focus. The timing has to be perfect. So much. Like every turn, it's all about the most precise timing, and it's just not easy. It really isn't. Hoping I can get it here on the second lap, though. In fact, there we go. You can see the green time now. I'm actually ahead of the time if I can keep it up. Shit. Okay. It basically shows you that at each checkpoint interval, the checkpoints are not defined. They're just kind of there, and then if you hit a certain point and you're doing better than the time at that certain point, it'll let you know. Okay, come on, I need to catch up here because this is not very good. Let's swing wide. There we go. All right, that was better. Oh shoot! Shit. Oh my god. Okay, I really would like to get this, but I'm not doing so well. Oh my god, I'm actually playing pretty pathetically right now. Let's see if I can make up for this by crashing into the walls even more. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, I knew this was going to be a problem. Having to focus on the commentary and on the racing at the same time is not easy. I was very tempted to just post-commentate this Let's Play, but I've decided against it at the last second, mostly because live commentary is more comfortable, it's a lot less time-consuming, and just because it's easier on me, and it's going to make for a more authentic experience. If you can't beat the time, don't worry. That doesn't mean you're SOL necessarily. If you got really close to the time, like see my minute 80.83 seconds there, is probably like the 3rd place or 4th place time. So I will still get the points for achieving 3rd or 4th place, and then I can move on to the next race. If I can still get the most points throughout the entire tournament and consistently, like say I got 2nd every time, but the 1st place guy like switched several times, no one got 1st place at the same time or more than once, you know, I'd still have a chance. So let's see how many points I get this time. So I got 5th place, which is not the best. Hopefully I can make up for that in the following races by getting maybe like, let's say 1st the next 2 times. If the guy that got 1st place that time doesn't do as well from that point on, I can still have a chance of winning this. So that's kind of sad that I did that bad on the first autocross race. Usually I do a lot better than that. Then again, my acceleration on this Eclipse is pretty poor, and I need to get that fixed soon because it's going to be a problem if I have to deal with that the entire time. Now this Lexus car that we're going to unlock, we actually get the entire car itself, meaning we have it. We don't just unlock it, we get it. Most cars in this game you will just unlock to, and they will now be usable. But the Lexus that we will get, we can actually use it right off the bat. Most of the time when I get a car like that, I usually sell it. Sell it to improve the car I already have, or to get money to improve the car I already have. Something like that. That's usually what I do. That's what I'm going to be doing with the Lexus we're getting, and I'm not going to use it. The car that I intend on using next we'll be getting in the next tournament after this one. So if and that shouldn't take too long to get to, hopefully. So anyways, let's just keep going. And oh, I did it 1st lap. Awesome. Okay, that's a huge improvement. Huge improvement. And now we've already jumped up to just 1 point behind 1st place with that one. Like I said, first round didn't even screw me. If I can get 1st place on this next one, I win. That's all there is to it. Okay, so next we have the Oceans Race. What was the prize on this? I think it was 6,000, or was it 6,500? Either way, I might improve the acceleration on my Eclipse a little bit, but I'm gonna probably do that off screen, just so that I don't waste your guys' time, because it really kind of is boring to just go through the garage and watch me as I, improve certain things. Unless I have something really important to talk about while I'm doing it, I'm not going to do it. I'm just not. I mean, I guess looking at the body upgrades would be nice, but again, that's all personal preference. I know a lot of you people probably won't, really agree with what I choose. I mean, goddamn, it's my Let's Play, so I'm going to make the cars look how I want them to look, but at the same time, I'm not going to, make you guys sit there and, watch me as I pick something you find to be unbearable, or whatever. I'm not going to do that. Alright, man, this is a tight race. Jeez. God, I don't like this at all. Oh my god, okay, yeah, this is a tight track. Jeez, that is so uncomfortable and claustrophobic. I hate it when they do that. That's the one thing I'm not really a fan of track and autocross races in general. Thankfully, they are very few and far between in this game. You will not be participating in them quite that often, so don't fret if this seems incredibly boring to you. They only occur in tournaments, and there's probably 2 or 3 tournaments in this entire game that feature them. And once you unlock certain vehicles like the sport bikes, which have by and far the best handling ever in this game, these things become an absolute piece of cake. They're a lot more difficult with cars because you have to drift. With sport bikes, you can literally just weight transfer and corner turns like they're nothing, and then these things just become an absolute joke. especially with the quicker sport bikes. However, sport bikes we will not be unlocking for quite some time. Another thing to talk about, I guess, is the class system in cars. There are 4 different class systems. There's the D, B, C, and A class. The Eclipse falls under the D class, which is the lowest class and the very first class you have in the entire game. And there we go. I won the tournament. And by a decent amount, too. But yes, so I won $5,000. I won my Lexus IS300. But anyways, there are 4 classes: D, C, B, and A. D class is what we start off with. We have no access to any of the C or B or A classes. B, they start to get more limited as you go to. B class is where you're going to find like the real sports cars, like the Corvette, the Viper, stuff like that. A class is mostly just exotics and sport bikes. That's where you're going to be finding like your Lamborghini, your there are no Ferraris in this game. There are nothing of Ferrari, Ford, or Porsche in this entire game, unfortunately. So if you were hoping those would be in here, they are not. Nothing from those manufacturers will appear in this because I guess they didn't get the license for it or something. But they do have Lamborghini in this game. They have Saleen. They have what else do they got? They got McLaren. Cool. There are some really awesome sports car brands or exotic car brands that they have in this game. And then they also have sport bikes in the A class, which are going to be your best sports bikes, and that's really it for the A class. But we will not be unlocking that for a long time. So now we're going to fight. We're going to race Carlos. So now we have to just follow him to the destination. So let's just stick behind him and try not to use his slipstream turbo and go flying off into oblivion. So we just got to follow him to the race. He is quite the reckless dude! What the hell? You are a terrible driver. I am not worried about this race at all. This guy is going to be... It's going to be easy. Okay, thank you for that. This guy is going to be way easy. Jeez, he is a shitty driver. Come on, man. Jeez, okay, are you just bent on wrecking your car? Because if so, you're doing a great job. Also, there are newspapers everywhere in that alleyway. What the hell even? Man, San Diego is a dirty place. And he is just taking out cars left and right. Goodness. Oh my gosh, man, this guy is insane. I actually better be careful. He might take me out. I'm a little bit worried now. Okay. And here we go. We've made it to the race destination. And we will now be starting our challenge up against Carlos. And that's what we're going to be doing for the remainder of this video. But yeah, as far as what can be explained now, I think that's about it. As far as what we've seen and what actually I can explain. So yeah, Midnight Club 3, everybody. I hope you like the look of it now if you don't know about this game already. Another reason I wanted to do this game, aside from the fact that I adore it, is that there are hardly any LPs of games of this game out there. There just aren't. I've looked around. There are very few. None by anybody that anyone even knows about. And at least to my knowledge, I haven't checked the database in about several months, but I don't know of anyone that's been doing one since then. So this game is just I'm assuming it's mostly because of the music in this game being a copyright issue. That's why people would like to stay away from it. But aside from that, I don't know. I don't know why no one's done it. I mean, I know this game sold very well. It was one of the... I mean, it's in the greatest hits collection on the PS2, meaning it sold over 1 million copies. It was one of the bigger hyped games towards the end of the PS2 life cycle. I don't really know why a lot of people don't talk about it anymore, but I think it's a fantastic game, and I am so happy that I'm going to be able to show it off to you guys. So yeah, also, let's just crash into the median there, because why not? Also, sometimes I just get a kick out of driving into the oncoming lane. Okay, there's another thing I can talk about. Cops. Cops in this game. Cops will give you hell. If there is a cop that is not already busy at the time, also, you can drive under these semis. Don't ask me why, but you can. They must be really well elevated. But, cops, if they're not doing anything, if they're like on the side of the road, they will chase you down. They're very hard to get rid of. If you can get a good enough distance from them, they will stop chasing you entirely. Funny thing is, if they're on your tail, they will put up a fight. If they're on a CPU's tail, basically he races past them first, they'll just kind of drive behind him nonchalantly and eventually lose him. They don't really care. I don't know. I don't know why they have a vendetta for me much more, but apparently they do. This is the weaving in and out of traffic that I've been talking about, that especially occurs in the freeways. You can see me doing it kind of right here. Very, very tricky stuff, but you really have to be quite touchy with the control stick in this game. All right, let's just jump that. Ramps and jumps aren't gonna occur very often, so it's not like that's gonna always be there. They're really not that common. So I know we've already seen one in each episode, but yeah. They're just there, to kind of add to the effect of the game. I don't know, just make it more fun and enjoyable. But anyways, also, don't hit a gas pump. That is equivalent to falling into the water, aka death. Don't do it. And we have gotten first place, which was pretty simple, and I'm not even going to wait for them to finish. And man, they've got some cars, dude. They got some really nice cars. That's pretty cool. Anyways. Also, I like how they get these like pedestrians to just like admire your car. Look at that paint job that's being completely scratched off. It looks beautiful. Don't worry, your car looks as good as new in the next race. So, next we have Horton Hijinks. You can also tell a race's difficulty based off of the price tag on it. This one being $1,200 is probably going to be more difficult than the last one, which was only like what, $600, $700. So this is going to be a more difficult race. So basically, the higher the prize money, the harder it is going to be. You'll also have AI that puts up a bigger fight because, well, they want the money more, and it's just all around just going to be a tougher race. But there we go, Slipstream Turbo. You usually won't be the fastest out of the gate when you start a race. Also, that was a bad mistake I just made. Okay, I think I can make up for it though. All right, I think I'm good. Oh my God, no, I'm actually taking all the wrong turns for the most part. These are not the turns I would like to be making, but hopefully I can make up for it here. Oh, jeez. Actually, that was alright. I'm not going to complain about that. That guy just used nitrous, though, so he's going to get a huge lead on me, and I'm not doing so hot. Let's see. How much more of this track do we have left? Okay, we got a good amount, so I think I should be okay. The good thing, though, about your opponents using nitrous, because their AI kind of sucks, they don't really use nitrous very well and effectively. Now you can see I have that flashing meter on my map. That means there's a cop on my tail. You can see him in my, what is technically my rearview mirror. He is a motorcycle cop, so he is going to be a lot easier to deal with because he won't have a lot of power to stop you, because a motorcycle is kind of flimsy in comparison to a car. But he's still going to be hot on my trail for most of the race, which kind of sucks. I mean, unless I can shake him, which actually it looks like I might. Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, well. I guess that wasn't that bad. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Like, they were on me for another second, and then they just kind of stopped. Okay, now this time I'm actually going to go down here, and then I'm going to go up this way, and hopefully I can come up with the victory here. It's kind of close, but hey, I did it. Alright. And that is it for another race against Carlos, and now we just have one more to do. Hey, shut up. Shut up, Oscar. Okay. So we have one more race against Carlos, and I believe after we beat him, we are going to unlock the club race against muscle cars, which again are all the vintage stuff, which I know a lot of people really, really like. For me, I'm not a huge muscle car fan. I'm not a big fan of the 69 Corvettes and the 72 Camaros and all that stuff. I'm not. I'm really not, and I know I should be, and I know a lot of people are, but I don't know. I prefer the sexy looking tuners, and I like a Viper, and I'm not really a huge fan of the Corvette, especially in this game. The Corvettes in this game I think look ugly. This is right before the nice looking Corvettes that you see in the road nowadays. But even those, they're not that great. I'm not really as big of a fan of those. I'm as the muscle cars as I am of those. I'm a guy who likes like the Lamborghini and the Porsches and stuff like that. That's really what I'm into. The really new looking sexy cars. Okay, enough about my opinions though. Let's just win this race and not get our ass handed to us by these big old muscle cars that are clearly faster than us and also have lots and lots of nitrous. Oh boy. Okay, let's try to go up this ramp right here. Man, another ramp. I mean, that's a ramp that's actually part of the story. The other ramps, like the ones with the lights around it and stuff like that, those are like makeshift ramps that the game like adds into the race that aren't usually in the city. Oh god, how am I doing? Oh no, I'm in trouble. I am very much in trouble. I might lose this race. If I do lose a race, which I will a lot in this game, I'm just going to kind of cut ahead towards the end of the race if I'm in the lead or not on a course that I'm actually winning. But I think I might be able to actually come back with this one, because if I can utilize the Slipstream Turbo correctly, I think I can do it. Come on. Come on. Oh, God, this is going to be close. This is going to be very close. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, God, no! I'm screwed. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I think I got it this time. I think I got it this time. Oh, my God, that was an ordeal. This is actually like my, what, 4th attempt? Holy crap, that was hard. Woo! Man, like I said, this game is not easy. We're only in the 2nd episode, and we already had a difficult race. Like, I was going the best I could. I mean, granted, my car could be better, but I was doing the best I possibly could. And that was just difficult. Wow. I was very shocked, actually. Man, I need a new car now.
That was my homeboy Phil. A damn maniac, pero loco. He heard you popping off. Wants to teach you a lesson. You drive whatever you want. He's gonna beat you on a chopper. Don't ask me, don't blame me. But he's good at racing, even though he is loco.
And we're actually going to get another cutscene here for having entered the, what is it, the American Royalty Club, which is the muscle car club.
Hey, you ain't embarrassed me yet, Holmes. I hate that fool, Carlos. Pacha carnal, if you want to drive something American properly, you're going to have to take on those vatos from the American Royalty Car Club and beat them at their own game. Usually, that would mean racing me, but this baby ain't ready yet. Anyway, these vatos will give you unrivaled access to parts and tricks of the trade, and they like the real deal when it comes to cars, lowriders, hot rods, keeping them straight. It's classic American rides, they say, the kind that you can still feel pop for blocks.
Well, so we got 2 little cutscenes there. We also unlocked a new challenger who's apparently hates us, I guess. I don't know what he did with the guy. Whatever. Anyways, guys, that is actually going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Midnight Club 3. I think it was probably another longer episode, and yeah, I'm actually sure it is. But you know what? In the next episode, I'm probably going to cut it down more. Don't worry about that. We also unlocked a new tournament. Oh, boy. That's going to be fun. That is going to be fun. Okay, I guess it wasn't the next tournament that we were unlocking the car I was hoping we were unlocking. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm going to actually go off screen. I'm going to go fix up my car. Yeah, I am going to add to this one a little bit. And I have lots and lots of money to spare, especially when I sell my Lexus. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing off screen. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Play Midnight Club 3, and I will see you all in the next one.